Hey everybody, Casey Halstead here with 10th Planet Las Vegas. I was able to spend some time last night at 10th Planet Costa Mesa. I taught a class and I had the opportunity to get an interview in with Budo Salinas. I hope you guys enjoy. I just want to apologize up front for the poor sound quality. But if you guys have an opportunity, please follow him on Instagram at Budo Salinas. And let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Casey Halstead here with 10th Planet Las Vegas. I got my good buddy and one of my brown belts, Budo Salinas. How's it going, man?
It's going great.
It's going great?
It's going great, dude.
Let's tell the audience a little bit about yourself and what got you into Jiu Jitsu.
Well, truthfully, I started when I was probably about 12 or 13. It was like the typical bully story. Some local older kids were kind of giving me a hard time, and I was like all scrawny and stuff, and then I was terrified. They like went to my house, and it was just me and my sister at the time, and my mom heard about it, and she freaked out, came home with a bunch of flyers for like United Studios of Self-Defense and some other random martial arts schools, and I didn't want to do it because I had no idea of what like Jiu Jitsu was or kickboxing or anything like that. All I saw was like karate stuff, and not that karate isn't cool. But she's like, just humor me, go. And I said, okay. And I put my finger down on one place just out of random, and it happened to be a fight school. And I went, learned a Kimura, rear naked choke, and like a knee or something, and I was hooked. My mind was blown, and I just haven't stopped ever since.
That's amazing. That is a pretty typical story. You know, the bully, you go to the gym, you start to work out. It's just you were lucky that you went to a school that exposed you to jiu-jitsu and not something else kind of funky, you know?
Yeah.
How did you end up here at 10th Planet Costa Mesa?
Well, I always wanted to train 10th Planet. One of the jobs that I had in the past, growing up as a teenager, there was an Eddie Bravo, the Twister DVD, his kind of like Crips parody DVD, and that kind of exposed me to it. And I always saw 10th Planet around, at tournaments and stuff. And I finally moved to an area where 10th Planet was offered, and I came in to Costa Mesa. And I met everybody. Everybody from white belt to black belt was super cool to me, and made it a point to ask my name and strike up a conversation with me. And that like really drew me in. The technique was awesome, but it was the culture and the vibe that everybody kind of laid upon me, and it kept me hooked.
Awesome, man. It was me?
It was you.
On your first day?
Yes, sir.
I remember. One of the really neat things for me is I've always prided myself on like talent development, and actually like even less than the developing the talent, but just recognizing the talent. And I remember the first night I met you. I remember it vividly, and I always knew that you were going to be an amazing part of our team, and that we were like. I believe that you're going to exceed like any level of instructor, mentor that I could ever achieve, because you're still so young, and your learning curve is like, you're like way up there already. So in the next 5 years, what do you think that 10th Planet, like our group, is going to look like? Like what are some of the things you look forward to?
Honestly, everybody that I'm coming up with, kind of what we're doing here is developing all of our friends and all of our students to a certain level of leadership, and I'm really looking forward to see how everybody comes into their own and opens up their own gym. And that's kind of like the blueprint that we have here is, getting all of our friends to a certain level with jiu-jitsu and martial arts, and allowing them or giving them a platform to live out their dreams, open up a martial arts school and start changing people's lives, like individual by individual, and kind of getting out of the typical 9 to 5, which I was in, and you, Ron, and Andy gave me that platform, what I'm looking forward to is seeing everybody, you know, like Michael John or Brendan Tran or, you know, Mike Mons, whoever, you know, there's a lot of us that are kind of in line, and Wes, you know, that are trying to make that dream a reality. You guys are really helping us out, so that's what I'm looking forward to, seeing everybody leaving the typical, you know, typical path and starting to live out their dreams.
Yeah, that's interesting because that's like in line with what I'm kind of looking at. You know, when Ron and I opened this place, we were like Matt Generals. Like I was rolling every night, like leaving it all out, and I wasn't sure how I was going to transition into an older athlete. You know, I thought that I was not going to go out gracefully. You know, I thought that I would go out kicking and screaming. And now I kind of have changed my role as you guys have developed. I mean, I don't really want to name names because there's just too many, but you know who you are. Like all of our top dogs in here, they're the ones holding it down now, and I've literally changed into like a businessman, and it happened overnight. And I'm really looking forward to the time where I could have like an office that's not in a gym. You know, maybe like in an office building, and I just go there every day, and it's like the nerve center for all of our group of guys. You know, all of the 10 planets that are affiliated with the Monster Squad. I'm really looking forward to that. You know, I'm looking forward to like Wes having a gym, Julian having a gym, John Cho having a gym, Brandon Tran having a gym, and for me, I don't see it as competition. I see it as like we're building an empire of people that are all moving in the same direction. And so it's really a neat thing to hear that like one of my generals is actually, without us even having any prior dialogue, you're in line. You're like, where your projection of this place is definitely in line with mine, and that's amazing. Thank you for all your hard work. Okay, so now we're gonna do like a little lightning round. So, what's your favorite song?
Dang, favorite song.
It's lightning round.
I know. Something that always.
What's your favorite food?
Damn. Okay. Sushi, fish.
Fish, raw fish.
I like raw fish.
Okay. What's your favorite jiu-jitsu technique?
Yeah, I get asked that a lot, and honestly, it's probably passing. I love passing or taking the back, riding the back.
Dude, I love you for saying that because it's all about passing, putting on pressure, and getting to the back. And if you get to the back, your chance of winning is like super high. You know? I always say, I don't want to get off on a tangent, but I always say that like, if I go out and I pull like an Imanari roll on somebody or like a scissor takedown to heel hook, they feel like, damn, I can get you next time. But if you run a double, pass the guard, mount them, transition to the back, and choke them unconscious, they're never going to feel like they can get you. Like, damn, I got owned, I got dominated. Even though the Imanari roll is pretty dope. I would feel good about it if I hit it on somebody. So, back to your favorite song?
Staying Alive, Bee Gees.
Lie. I don't believe that for a minute.
It just holds something, you know, special place in my heart from when I was younger. Okay, next question. I need to explain myself to you. Yes, I do.
Just tell everybody out there why they should train jiu-jitsu.
Well, there's so many reasons, but the main one is it's fun. You know, it makes you feel good. You come in here, you're sad, it'll make you feel better. You come in here, you're happy, it'll make you feel better. You know, you come in here, you know, feeling indifferent, it's gonna make you feel better. That's probably the main reason. It's just fun. It improves your state of being.
That's great, man. I mean, that's all I got for you. I couldn't agree more. Well said, Matt. One thing I want to encourage everybody that's listening to do is just lean out everything. Lean out your expenses, lean out your time expenditures, and just be excellent, man. Like, there's no need to argue and fight with people. It should be something that you're just not going to do. My wife always tells me, like, every time I'm like fired up about something happened, whatever it is, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go deal with it. My wife always tells me, act like a CEO. Act like the boss. The boss doesn't need to yell at anybody. The boss just goes in and makes adjustments. That's it. You got to just be calculated about it, and you know, be aware of what you're doing. So You can learn all that through Jiu Jitsu. So everybody, Budo Matt, Casey Halstead, peace, be excellent.